All right, and that leads us into a couple of nice ladies bouts that we have on this prelim card. The first one we got is in a flyweight division. We got Molly McCann taking on Lara Procopio.
Procopio.
Yeah?
Procopio.
Oh, it's a hard C there. Hard C. So we got Molly McCann coming in, 10-3 record. We got Lara coming in, 6-1 record. Both girls lost their UFC debuts. Molly McCann, we saw take on Taila Santos in 2020. Lost that one in decision. Lara, we actually saw fight Karol Rosa in 2019. She lost that one in split decision. We're going to be seeing Karol Rosa next up as well. So a little intertwining there. What do you have on these girls, man?
Yeah, so it's kind of like the perfect example of the striker versus the grappler, right? But the one thing about Procopio is we actually saw really good improved striking against a good striker in Karol Rosa, who we're going to be talking about a little later. I think that via split decision there, the judging was all over the place. Yeah, this fight had over 200 significant strikes thrown between Procopio and Karol Rosa.
Oh, man.
Where's my boy Holloway? Holloway's
That's
like,
insane.
Holloway's watching that fight and being like, yes, my girls. But like the way I saw it was like Procopio was 0 for 5 in takedowns of that fight. I think the leg kicks really were the separating factor when it came to decision making. It seemed like that was where Rosa really did kind of have a huge edge over the course of the fight. Doesn't even have much MMA experience, right? Like that was my big thing. Hasn't fought since 2019, and she had a canceled bout against Courtney Casey last year. So it was like, I just, for me, it's like you kind of size them up in that whole, grappler versus striker, but she might even have a chance against a girl like McCann, who really is your prototypical striker. English girl, likes to keep it close, you know what I mean? Like her reach is kind of short for even being the same height. She really does keep it close to the body. I think the one thing I like about her, she shows so much heart. And so I think if she's kind of improved in the grappling game, this might be a fight for her to kind of, really showcase some things. The big thing for her is like she lost to Taila Santos, right? And we just saw Taila Santos fight Jillian Robertson. And in both fights, Santos is just looking like the real deal more and more and more and more. And when you look at that fight, like she just absolutely demolished her. It was an absolute... the athleticism I felt like was the big difference there. And so in this fight, she doesn't really have that issue. I think that's where you kind of can give her some of the edge here. And I'll be honest with you, Pies, this was one of the hardest lines for me to even think about because it was just such a comparison of grappler versus striker and even the athleticism area. It just, I didn't really know who to give the edge to. And the reach is ridiculous when you look at the listing at the amount of inches that separate them, despite the similar height. So I don't even know if that was
5.5 inches huge.
I just don't. I can't even. I didn't even want to say it loud because I don't even know if it's true. Like I doubt it. Like I might need to find multiple sources or something like that. But that's why this fight for me it's close in just where you would analyze it as just that classic fight between two girls who really do stack up athletically. And I do like what I've seen from Procopio as an improved striker. Meanwhile, McCann really did kind of have to use heart more than anything to deal with some of the damage that Santos was throwing at her versus technique versus skill, that kind of thing.
For sure. And it's going to be interesting to see, which fighter is able to utilize their strengths the most. And that's kind of what's going to define this fight. So, let's dive right into the lines here. Who do you see as being the favorite in this one?
It was very tough for me to choose this. And I'm actually feeling like it's going to be McCann. I do have to say Molly McCann is going to be the favorite. And I want to say, like, I have a line here, and I don't even know if I believe it myself, but I'm going to go with minus 190.
Oh, give this man another bow, yo.
Oh, really?
Give this guy a break, man, and he comes back hot fire. So she is she opened at actually a minus 160 favorite. It is now currently minus 170, moving right up to that minus 190 that you're describing there. So well done. You nailed that one. Now that you know the line, do you lean either way? Still a very tough fight to call.
So here's the big thing. If Molly is the good striker, especially with the punches, Procopio got dropped in the third round. She got dropped badly, if I remember correctly, in the third round against Karol Rosa. And Karol Rosa looked good still. You know what I mean? Like she in her fights, you can tell that she keeps her wits about her going into the third round. Gets a little tired, but as a striker, she really does, hold her own. And that's where I think Procopio felt the worst of that. And so I don't want to lean as far as unders because we're probably going to get some amazing juice. I don't know if you have those lines just to even make us ready for the rest of the card, but do you?
Yes, I do, sir.
Ooh. So like, tell me something like plus 300 or something.
For the unders?
I want some unders, yeah.
So under 2.5 is plus 275.
Not bad,
and under
bro.
1.5 is plus 400.
So like, here's the thing. Molly McCann is going to be like a boxing style, fighter. And to be honest, like the power that Rosa showed in that punch, she looked like a powerful striker. So the whole thing is like, I knew the line would be there. Would I sprinkle it? I don't think so, because like even the last time, if you look at she hasn't won a fight via punches since like 2018. So it's one of those things where like I wouldn't really go that. That's why I was like, even in the beginning, I really wouldn't go that far. But I think Molly, even as a parlay bet, a little bit kind of seems like a good play. But I'll be honest, man, with what we've learned with some of our public plays, I think we have the potential here to be very good. So for me, this would be one of those ones where I might even be like, let's see how the rest of the card looks going into the.
Stay away.
Yeah, I feel like this is one where if Lara does get this fight to the ground, or doesn't really feel like she's losing the striking battle because she put up a fight against a good striker, it's those kinds of fights that you just don't know sometimes, But the line suggests exactly what we said, right? McCann should be able to deal with this.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, if you are feeling a little crazy and feeling a finish, you could say, it not to go the distance at plus 240. But, for now, I think this is going to be a stay away unless something truly jumps out to us at the weigh-ins.
Most definitely.
That wraps up UFC Vegas 18. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button underneath. We have all of our information, Instagram, Twitter. Give us a follow. That's where all our picks are going to go up. Closer to Saturday, we'll have a bunch of content going up. So make sure you give us that subscribe. Lock that in. Anything else, Siraj?
That is all, my friend. Always a pleasure. Glad to get it rolling again. Let's get it. With these lines, we better
Always
get
a pleasure,
going.
dude. Take care. You got it. Peace out.